Slope of a line is the measure of inclination of the line. It's given by letter m and the formula is y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. Let's say we have this line and the points A and B are on the line. Point A is minus 1, 1 and point B is 3, 5. Since A is the first point, I'll call this as x1 and y1. So x1 is minus 1, y1 is 1, and x2 is 3, y2 is 5. We plug in the numbers in the formula. y2 minus y1 would be 5 minus 1. x2 minus x1 would be 3 minus 1. 5 minus 1 is 4, and 3 minus 1. Minus and minus becomes a plus, so it's 3 plus 1. We have 4 over 4 equals 1. So the slope of this line is 1. Now let's see what happens if we assume that A was x2, y2. So if A is x2, y2, and I will assume that B is x1, y1, then the slope would be y2 minus y1. y2 is 1 and y1 is 5. x2 is minus 1 and x1 is 3. 1 minus 5 is minus 4. Minus 1 minus 3 is minus 4 as well. Minus 4 divided by minus 4 is 1. So the slope is still 1. The summary is, it won't matter which point you consider as the first and what's the second point. The slope of a line will still be the same value. Another point to note is that the slope of a line is always constant. For a given line, the slope will be the same value regardless of where you find it. In this case, the slope between A and B of this line is 1. If I take the slope between these 2 points, C and D lie on the same line, so the slope of this would also be 1. If you take the slope of this entire section from P to Q, the slope of the line PQ is also 1. The slope of a line is always a constant, a fixed value.